Yo, if I had 100 sheep and one of them got away, I would leave the 99 and go find that one. That's right. Look from the...
Hi, greetings everybody, salutations. I'm Bobby Worthy, National Judge Advocate General for the Justice League United and your candidate for the Georgia State Conference President, NAACP. I'm here to explain a little of my platform to you, the voters of the NAACP membership. My platform is simple. My platform is to attack injustice, and police accountability. Police and government accountability is one of my platforms is to holding police accountable, especially at the lower level. When we got police officers that can speed up and down these highways and there's no accountability, that is an issue. That is an issue that needs to be concerned. I had police officers come past me doing 100 mile an hour, almost 100 mile an hour in a 55 mile an hour zone. We got to start having police accountability at the lower, police and government accountability at the lower level, so they won't go to, hopefully if we attack them at the lower level and hold police accountable before their actions, then we can start getting justice at a higher level. Because when there's no accountability at the lower level, then there'll never be accountability at the higher level. And it's not only just changing that platform, it's going into and asking the governments, the local governments, the governor of state of Georgia to issue devices on all law enforcement cars that would track their speeding and give them tickets when they speed, because they speed unnecessarily. Some of them are super speeders. You can't give someone a ticket and then you are not held liable for that, for doing the same thing they did, but you want to get up the road and get somebody a speeding ticket when you just violate the law going over 80 miles. That's reckless driving, reckless endangerment. And a lot of law enforcement officers do get in accidents, we just don't know about it. And that's basically in a nutshell, holding government and changing laws and legislation. That's what we got to do. We can't keep going with the same old I have a dream speeches. The bullhorns, the marching and protesting. Now the marching and protesting are good because it brings awareness. But if it don't bring effective change, then you are just running your mouth. That's what we need. We need to go after legislation and laws to hold accountability. And like I said, until we got accountability, there's never going to be any effective change until there's accountability. And then now, as well, is bringing our youth and college chapters up to the forefront with the rest of us. We have to, because all of us are in our ages, we're going to die off. And then the youth challenge, I didn't say youth challenge, but the youth charters are going to be left behind. So my thing is to bring in the youth charters and the college charters up to this point, to make them a part of this of attacking injustice just as much as the adults, the older groups of us in certain age frames. So, and not even that, making the high school, going and building the high school units and making them powerful and structural. I mean, could you think if what happened to the Kendrick Johnson case? When Kendrick was found in Valdosta, rolled up in the gym, Matt. You'd think if we'd had 50 or 60 students on the high school chapter that was NAACP members, that you knew what kind of justice that would have brought. So we got to concentrate on the youth and college chapters to bring them up to our to our states where we can have accountability for those in public places. Because when there is no accountability, there is no structure. And my point is that I am retiring the bullhorn. No more I have a dream speeches. I'm retiring the bullhorn and I'm gonna hire that mighty ink pen. And I'm sick and tired of hearing most of our organizations and leaders talk about they sick and tired. And we're not gonna take it no more. I'm sick and tired of hearing you say that. Because, and they don't care. They don't care about marching and protesting, y'all. They only stand for accountability. They only understand that mighty ink pen. And with y'all help, we're gonna take the Georgia State Conference into another level of what the NAACP been years ago. Back to the forefront, back to the fight. No more I have a dream speeches, but nothing but solutions and accountability. We can never forget about education. Education comes in many forms. Education also comes with building the youth and college chapters, making sure they're educated, making sure we're educated on the laws, educated on procedures, and educated on us, showing our children how to take it further to keep their mind educated, furthering their educations to going to college. And there's ways to go to college. Just if you have issues going to college, my educational chairs that I will work with to make sure that we get our youth in college and take it and going further with their education, because there's things called grants that we don't know about. You go to government grants.gov. Grants are there. You just got to know how to apply for them and apply for them and register to get these grants for free education. My prison reform. Prison reform is extremely important because now this year I've been to involved in so many prison deaths, and most of these prison deaths are gang related because of overcrowdedness, because of understaff. They don't have enough staff, enough manpower or woman power. These inmates are left to raise themselves, to take care of themselves. And changing prison reform, making parole and probation a right, not a privilege. Now, I can't say everybody need to be released, but those with minor charges and just sitting there and even taking the education program into the prison systems where where people are locked up, citizens are locked up for minor charges or minor crime, to change their mindset, to educate them and stop putting them in a field to cut grass, digging ditches, and working in your cannery plants and your up in Reedsville where they got the cannery plants where they're making profit off of inmates, and that's against the law, but they say they ain't. But go to Walmart and you can see stuff from the prison industries. So if that's not making profit off of inmate labor, then I don't know what it is. But we make parole and probation, put pressure on the parole board, Department of Corrections, even the governor, to make parole and probation a right and not a privilege, then we'll kill the over the crowdedness, giving these guys a chance. And while they in there, getting them educated, get their GEDs, get them a trade. You know, the Georgia Department of Correction used to be the Georgia Department of Corrections. You know, it used to be Georgia Correctional Facilities. Now it's Georgia State Prison, because there's nothing about correcting them anymore. We got to change that. We gotta, you can't take an inmate and put him in jail. He's been in prison 10, 15 years, and then throw him back in the same environment with wolves that you took him out of with no education and no knowledge, no skill to repeat itself. Understand this. I'm gonna be real. These people do not want to stop crime. I can tell you that. They make billions of dollars off of inmate labor. They make billions of dollars of locking you up, both federal and state. They don't want to stop crime. I can tell you that. If I made $1 billion a year, I wouldn't want to stop it neither. But we must get legislation passed. We must change the mindset of our people. Educate our people, and not only listen. And if you don't want to go to school, that's fine. School and college is not for everybody, but get you a trade. Go to a trade school, get you a trade and certify, because once you get that paperwork and that knowledge in your hand, they can take your freedom, but they cannot take your education. Bobby Worthy here, candidate for the Georgia State Conference president for the NAACP. As you can see, I don't mind going through the storm with you, the weathers, the trial and tribulations, walking through fire, water for justice and our people. Vote, vote, vote. Worthy here, candidate for the Georgia State Conference president for the NAACP. As you can see, I don't mind walking through the storm for you, attacking injustice through the fire, through the water, through the trials, the tribulations, seeking truth, justice, not bullhorn marching and protesting anymore. Real action, real justice, and government accountability, education. Government accountability and police accountability and education, and bringing the forth our youth and college chapters to the forefront of the battle. We're gonna attack voters' registration, the right to vote, fighting those who are trying to stop us from voting or stopping anyone from voting when we earn this right, because we help build this country. So voters intimidation, voter suppression, and that is a forefront of the fight, the continued fight that we must continue, and we must educate our youth and chapters and college chapters on this fight, educating especially our high school chapters, getting them built and getting them built to the point that they have power, not even in their words, just because they show up. And to talk about our veterans, our VAs, our servicemen and women, making sure they get the justice, that they get the the benefits and the respect and honor that they deserve. Like simple stuff, in major stuff, hanging the flag to respect them and not disrespect them. How can you honor those who gave their lives when you won't honor them with the flag they served under? That is disrespect. Those are the things that I'm going to bring to the Georgia State Conference leadership team. They're building an organized, an organization, making the Georgia State Conference, one of the biggest, most strongest, and most powerful state conference under the umbrella of the national office. I'm bringing truth and justice. Not I have a dream speeches, not I have solution speeches. Now I'm not going to take it no more. And I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of moving forward. And I don't disrespect anyone because we all serve our purpose or what we're here for. So I don't disrespect any other past leaders or past presidents with the NAACP. That's not my thing to do. But if you cannot take it to the next level, then move to the side and let those who know how to take it to the next level. Because I keep telling everybody this, you got to learn how to lead. You got to learn how to follow before you can lead. A follower can't be you can't be a leader and you never followed. It's like a baby. A baby is not born walking. He must crawl first, and then he learns how to walk. Bringing the concept of building a strong state team so we can make a stronger, even stronger local branches, youth and college chapters, building them, bringing them to the forefront for the fire of the fight and making them be able to do it. And going around to all the units as your Georgia State Conference president, teaching them the things that I know how to do, the things that you don't have to be an attorney, the things that you can file, like the petition to the grand jury, the Quanto 1, the writ of habeas corpus, the writ of mandamus, things that you can file, how to file proper complaints on sheriffs, police officers in general, and government officials. That's our problem, is most of us don't know that. And this is what I'm going to teach every unit under the umbrella of the Georgia State Conference, how to file this paperwork, and I don't have to come. Senior citizens too, we got to look out for our senior citizens, our elders, as you say. We have to keep looking out for them because they paved the way for us. You know what I'm saying? I've seen old ladies in the stores and they counting out money, trying to get the right amount. I just told them and paid for their groceries. Go ahead and just pay for their groceries. Add them on to you. How many people do that? Return. I did that some years ago, and a lady told me, "You good?" She paid for my groceries. It was like $300, and she wouldn't take nothing. She said, "You just remember, you do the next person." So if I got the money and I extra money, sometimes step out to your seniors and pay for them. And you see an old lady in the parking lot, an elder walking in the parking lot, push her buggy for her, help her to her car. In closing, these are the things, and some that I didn't mention, that I want to make to bring forth the Georgia State Conference as one of the biggest, one of the strongest, and most powerful state conference under the umbrella of the national office of the NAACP. Bringing unity and about change and changing the mindset. This is why I need your vote to help me change to help me change to change, not say change, but to take the NAACP into the next level, into the future. Bobby Worthy.
if I had 100 sheep and one of them got away. Yo, if I had 100 sheep and one of them got away, I would leave the 99 and go find that one.